Hi folks, and welcome to what I'm going to call Matt's monthly update, I guess. The weekly rundown's no more, and I was only doing it every other week. But man, having to wait a whole week to talk to you guys like this. You know, I have so much to talk about. Like, I have this whole laundry list of things I need to remember what to say, so it's kind of crazy. First off, just to tell you about the new format, 4 videos a week. I'm actually liking it. I like doing 2 board game videos a week because it helps me catch up on reviewing all my games. I've got a lot of games, and reviewing 1 a week was no good because I'd buy like 4 games a month, and that would wipe out all the games I already reviewed, and I'd have just as many to review next time. So now doing 2 a week and not buying as much, I'm definitely going to hopefully catch up and review way more board games. Also on Matt's Expanded Universe, I like it because Dark Times is going to take us about 3 or 4 months to go through. To be honest, there's more stuff than I thought there was. And so I was writing it out, I was like, oh geez, it's going to take another 3 months, you know, in Dark Times alone. And now I think I've only got like another month and a half maybe. So it's going to, of course, go a lot faster. So that's really good. So I like that I'm moving faster in both types of reviews through all the subject matter that I have available. It is kind of rough, you know, trying to do extra videos and whatnot, but right now I am on top of it. Now, speaking of videos, you probably noticed that we did an April Fool's Day video this past Saturday morning. Santa Flange decided to get together like everyone. CJ, who's been gone for a while, Mikey, who we haven't seen in 2017. So everyone showed up. It was a lot of fun. It's all goofy. It's all really made as a joke, even though I think CJ actually brought a really good topic. I told him not to, but he did bring a really good topic to talk about. So that was all for fun, just for you. I like doing something stupid on April Fool's Day. I'm just that type of guy who always wants to do something fun for April Fool's Day. Why put out fake news when you can just have a goofy, you know, podcast or something? So we thought that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, before I go any further, I do want to talk about a quick subject here about Shannon Randall. Now, most of y'all know her as the model/actress who played Mara Jade Skywalker and a lot of EU stuff. Well, she's fighting cancer right now, and her insurance doesn't cover her final phase or her next phase of her treatment, and so she's going to a GoFundMe page and asking the fans to, you know, donate money. Now, the only reason I mention this is that Shannon Randall has been a huge supporter of the EU movement. So big, in fact, that she donated tons of autographed 8x10s to the movement to give away at Star Wars Celebration. So she has always been a big fan of the Expanded Universe and always been a big fan of the people in the movement. And so I think it's only fair to give back to her. Now, I'm not asking you to donate big sums. You can donate $5, 10, 15, 20, doesn't matter. Any little bit helps. But I do think this is someone we should support because she is in a bind and medically ill, and so I do hope and pray for the best. But I'm also donated some money and showed my support, and I hope you do the same. I will make sure to put a link into her GoFundMe page in the comments below. Okay, so what's been new going on with me? Well, I just finished this past month doing my 5th dinner theater play that I've written. I also got to direct this one as well. Really awesome. All the shows sold out. It was a big hit, and I was really happy to have it done. I've actually written a few more plays. I'm actually currently writing one. I don't know if we'll do any more this year. Usually I do 1 a year, but I can be talked into a second one this year since I think I'm not going to be traveling as much. So we'll have to see what goes on, but I've been doing that. I also shot another commercial. Now, I don't know. I'd love for everyone to see the commercial once it gets done, but I don't know how long it's going to happen. Like, it may be playing right now. I don't know. They don't tell us these things. But if I do find a copy of it, I'll definitely provide you one because the missus actually got to be in the commercial with me, and that was really cool. And in fact, they liked my voice, and I got to do some voiceovers too, and I may start doing some voiceover work for them in the future. They said they definitely are interested in calling me. No, I am not switching careers. I am not moving to Hollywood. I am just a little guy in a little town and with, you know, not much talent. So, you know, the guy who's a C can beat all the F's, you know, and I'm probably a C. I'm right there middle of the road, but at least I'm halfway decent, I guess. But anyway, it's exciting and it's fun to do. Now, real quick on some board game news, I actually picked up this promo for Snowtails. Snowtails was a board game that I reviewed back in January. I really like it, where you're dog sledding. And in this little promo, they have a little narrow track on one end. You have to navigate around the pools here. And so that's really cool. But the best one is on the back here. There's this chasm here. You have to go a 5 or higher and you jump the chasm. If you go lower than a 5 and cross over this, you get a ding. And if you land right in it, then you fall in and you're out of the race. That is so cool. I had to pay $5. That really just covered shipping, I think, because this thing is just, just one of the cardboard tiles. But for me, it was well worth it. I'm gonna add this to my game. I think it's really fun. On top of that, I've gotten a few other things. One thing I'm super excited about, Zombies 15, folks, came out a few weeks ago, and I could not find a copy. I emailed Twilight Creations several times in the past saying, hey, where do I get this? Because everyone's picking it up from their local gaming store, and on their Facebook site said you can order it from your local gaming store. I said, what if you live in a place there is no local gaming store within a 100-mile radius? And no one was responding back. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Why, when you have a new game, aren't you telling people where to go buy it? Well, I called the number to Twilight Creations, and the person who picked up said that yes, they take the orders. They're a third party who take orders for Twilight Creations. She had no idea what Zombies 15 was and didn't know when it was coming out and never heard of it. Your number is on their website to take orders, and you don't know anything about this, and it's all over the web. People were posting pictures of their copies, and I was going insane. So I went on Board Game Geek, asked someone. There's one online store that's selling it right now, Noble Knight Games. I never even heard of them until this past week. But they're the only ones. No other website, online website, is carrying this, not even for pre-orders or anything. That is so strange to me. But I did get a copy. It's coming in soon, and you better believe that I cannot wait to review Zombies 15, Another One Bites the Dust. So look forward to that one to come, I'm sure, later on this month. All right, so let's talk about the podcast, what's been going on. First off, Prince of the Universe. I don't know what happened to my audio in last week's episode. This week sounds a lot better. Like I said, I don't know what was going on with my mic, so sorry about that, but there's nothing I could do to make that better. Anyway, I have been having the most absolute greatest time talking to the fans of the Expanded Universe, people who donated to the last fundraiser. Seriously, this has been some of my favorite episodes that have come out, talking to other people, getting to know these people. Some of these people I never even met before, prior to the podcast, and it's been such a cool experience to have each one of them on the show. And we're not done yet. I still have several more guests coming up this month. Now, don't worry, Bruce is coming back. He and Dwayne came in a few weeks ago. We recorded one. I'm going to play it in a few weeks later on this month, and you'll get to hear it. It has spoilers from some movies that came out last month, and so that's why I wanted to delay it. That's one reason I wanted to delay the podcast. But you'll get to hear me and Bruce come back this month for 1 month, or one time only, and then we'll go back and get the rest of the folks. And fellas, if you haven't been listening to it, these are really, really, really interesting, and to me, they're just enjoyable conversations with real fans like you. So again, thank you for all the guest stars that have been showing up on that. Honestly, I am loving Prince of the Universe right now. All right, so in Saturday Morning Samoflange, besides our April Fool's joke, as you know, John and I did a top 5. We'll be doing another one. John and I will be on next week's. The week after that, the Misses will guest star. The week after that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have another guest star on there. And then finally, that last week in April, I'm going to hope to get everyone back. Like, we're going to form Voltron. Me, John, CJ, and maybe even Mikey, now that we know he's alive, will all come together and do another podcast and start going off from there. So for Saturday Morning Samoflange, it's really going to keep ramping up every week. And any of those podcasts that you have a question or comment about, you can leave those on my YouTube channel and just hashtag SMS for Saturday Morning Samoflange or POTU for Prince of the Universe, and we will answer that question as soon as we can on the podcast. Now, one thing about my YouTube comments I want to mention is that I am having trouble. I'm not getting notifications anymore on my phone when y'all comment. The only time I know you comment is if I go and purposely check the video, which I usually don't do because I usually don't check my own videos. I don't look at them. You know, I mean, I look at them when I edit them, but when I publish them, that's it. And when I got notification about your comment, I would hit my button, it'd go straight to your comment, and I'd type it in. But now I guess I have to access the YouTube. For some reason, my phone's not getting notifications anymore. And so a lot of you make comments, and then I either don't respond or I respond like a week or so later. And I'm so sorry about that. But I'm going to try to make a more conscious effort to check my videos now. But without getting those notifications, I don't know who's commenting. And I'm going to start, like I said, I'm going to start checking them so I can get those comments, because I do want to answer any questions you have for us on the podcast or there as well. But that's one of the reasons why maybe I haven't answered your comment. If I haven't and I ignored it, I'm so sorry. It was not on purpose. Okay, let's get on to the final topic of discussion, which is a live Q&A. Folks, I'm doing a live Q&A this Thursday night. That's right. We're doing it in just a few days. That's why I'm letting you know now. We're going to have a board game review coming up tomorrow, and then I'm going to do the live Q&A. I wanted to shake things up a little bit, so Thursday at 9 p.m., that's Central Standard Time here in the U.S. Now, if you're not going to make it, but you have a question you want to ask, as always, in the comments here, which I will be reading, put in the live Q&A, so just Q&A, just put that in, and I'll make sure to answer that on the Q&A there on Thursday night. That's when it's going to be. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, folks, this has been a lot of fun. I guess I will talk to you like this again next month.